What's good, y'all? I'm Nick.
I'm Big George. I'm Lawrence.
And we just watched Big George Foreman. Before we say what's real, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Or I'm going to knock y'all out.
This is a decent movie. I liked it. If you wanted to learn more about George Foreman, definitely need to go see this movie. It felt like it was good knowledge. Now, I do think if you're comparing it to Creed, just stop right there. Don't even go do that. Don't compare it to Creed because it's far different from a boxing movie. But what's your first thoughts?
So, like you said, don't compare it to Creed. If you're going to compare it to any type of movie, it would be Ali because that's a biopic as well. So that would be the movie I would compare it to. Like you said, it was a solid movie. I did have a few things I thought they could have improved on. I feel like they could have done more with the childhood. The childhood to me was like, they showed him get bullied real quick, and then they move up to him going to Job Corps. It was like, it was like boom. And then another thing is just like the whole Ali fight. You know, that was a really, really big thing. Okay, everyone was talking about it. They just showed one
They made
little
it like
part.
a glimpse.
Yeah, it was like one small little part. And I gotta say, you said it earlier, I said it. Whoever played Muhammad Ali, go ahead and do another biopic. This guy, I'm sorry, folks. I know if y'all love Will Smith, but I gotta be honest with you. This guy would be better than Will Smith. I'm telling you right now. This guy definitely did a hell of a job, and like he had all the mannerisms down packed. But
he was low key the best part of the movie.
Yes,
right?
he was low key the best part of the movie. Charismatic, man. Like he really stole the show of the movie. I thought they should have shown more of the infidelity, like in the Muhammad and the Ali.
You know they're not gonna do that, man.
Look,
so we have a gripe about true stories. We say, oh, when the person has passed away, oh man, I know they didn't give us the real thing. They just kind of give us what they want us to know. And then when it's a movie about somebody who's alive, this movie, they hold back on certain things that they don't want to be embarrassed about. So you knew they weren't gonna show that, man.
But look, bro, he had 4 wives, bro. They only showed 2 wives. Okay, he was cheating left and right.
Hey, he still looked like a honey hunter in the movie, bro. He still looked like a honey hunter. I feel like this movie, they should have definitely went more into the impact of the George Foreman grill.
Yes.
They dropped the ball on that. They literally gave it, they said, oh, your little investment, and they literally just blew past it.
They were in a bank, literally in a bank, and the guy was like, yeah, your little investment, your little grill, yeah, it's doing better than we expected. And I was just sitting here thinking to myself, I know many people, there's so many people in the world, millions of people who have a George Foreman grill. More people know about the George Foreman grill than they do George Foreman.
And not one damn word. I was like, all right, they dropped the ball on that. That was my second gripe. Whoever choreographed the boxing or did the boxing scenes, that was not it. I done seen a lot of boxing movies, and they should have added more to the budget because that was weak. Budget
was definitely cheap.
And the casting was awful. All the boxers, the casting was terrible.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not, in the greatest of shape, but they all look like plumbers. Straight up plumbers. All over 275 pounds easily. The only one who looked decent was the guy he beat for the belt at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone else was looking trash. And then they didn't even give us Evander Holyfield, folks. They showed the actual fight back in the 1994. They didn't actually give us an event, which was smart because of how bad the actual boxing was in this movie. The choreography, like he said, was terrible.
But I didn't let that trip me up about the movie because I felt like it wasn't about the boxing per se. It was about who he was, how he became a devout Christian.
Yes.
Actually, all of that was kind of dope. Seeing his sister almost lose the baby, he starts praying. And then that is how he finds his way back to God. And it kind of shows how he changes his entire life.
That near-death experience woke him up.
And so I felt like that was more of what they wanted us to see in the movie. So I wasn't so like, man, I needed the boxing scenes to go hard. Because it wasn't really about the boxing scene. It was more about who he was and his impact on the whole world. Except they slapped on the impact with the grill. But I digress.
I feel like, right? Like I nitpick on certain things in the story because the story was actually really good. I just like my true stories to be just about perfect. So I can say I nitpick, but the story, all the how he became a devout Christian, his near-death experience, the stuff with meeting his new wife was through the church. All that was beautiful. I wish we would have seen some more stuff with his actual children. He has 12 kids, folks. I would have liked to see, I would have liked to see more with his children because he had 12 of them, and he named 4 of them or 5 of them George, and another one Georgetta. So I mean, I would like to see more of that. That's why, I mean, do your ratings. We can do ratings, so we get right to it.
Yeah, the 7 Police is gonna get me. The 7 Police is gonna get me, but I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm right with him here, because to me, this movie was not better than Ali, right? Ali to me was like an 8.5. This was not on Ali level. The budget for Ali was obviously more money, and because he was Muhammad Ali, they actually took their time more. I feel like because this was George Foreman, I feel like maybe this was a rushed or stuff. It just seemed like there should have been more.
My bad, but shout out to whoever played George Foreman.
Yes.
Shout out to him, because he came from my show Atlanta. I love Atlanta, so when I seen him in this, I was like, oh snap, I didn't know that was him. That fat suit that they used was A1. That was the best fat suit I've seen in a movie at all. Maybe that's where all the budget went. Maybe that's where all the budget went.
And also, shout out to my boy, Forrest Whitaker. Once again, the GOAT, one of the GOATs of black actors. I love you. You, as a trainer, did your thing, and you're one of the reasons why I gave this movie a 7. You and the guy from Atlanta, y'all two basically were the movie, and Muhammad Ali.
And his final wife, she was supportive as hell.
She was great.
Did real good. I like that too.
When she said she had that dream that he was going to win the World Weight Championship, he couldn't stop. He had to finish the story.
But go see this movie. That say was real.